South Alabama football added 15 players at the initial stage of signing. Kane Wommack's first full recruiting cycle at South Alabama is halfway complete, with 15 signees coming on board during the first day of the early signing period Wednesday. The group is a diverse one, including 4 Division I transfers, 2 from junior colleges and 9 out of the high school ranks. Wommack said he was pleased with how his message was being received on the recruiting trail a little more than a year after he was hired by the Jaguars following 4 years as an assistant at Indiana. More South Alabama football. South Alabama adds Indiana defensive line transfer C.J. Person. Former Indiana linebacker D.K. Bonham transferring to South Alabama. Former Toledo quarterback Carter Bradley will transfer to South Alabama. I think we're moving in the right direction, Wommack said, and we were able to add some exciting pieces to the puzzle. Certainly, 5 to 7 is not the standard of this program. Nobody needs to be happy with that. Nobody needs to be patting each other on the back with that. It's just not good enough. But at the same time, is there positive momentum that we can draw from the way that we played this season? Absolutely. But everybody needs to know that there should be a hunger in everybody in this program to see how close we actually were and what we're able to do to move the dial forward in this program. That's recruiting, that's development, that is staff and player chemistry. That's urgency from every person that touches South Alabama's football program. The headliners of the class is running back Lotamian Webb, a former Alabama Mr. Football at Beauregard High School who has played at Florida State and was briefly at Troy last spring. Webb spent the 2021 season at Jones College in Mississippi, leading the NJK in rushing with 1,399 yards and 14 touchdowns in 10 games. Webb will provide immediate help to an often anemic South Alabama running game that averaged less than 4 yards per carry in 2021, as will fellow signee Braylon McReynolds of Mobile's McGill-Tulane Catholic School. McReynolds ran for 2,014 yards and 26 touchdowns in 11 games for the Yellow Jackets as a senior, and was one of the standouts of last weekend's Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Classic. You look at our offensive production this past year, and we did some tremendous things in the passing game, but we were not nearly effective enough in the running game, Wommack said. We can get better in a lot of different ways, but a complete running back like Lotamian Webb certainly moves the dial forward for our program. Also joining the South Alabama program are 2 players who know Wommack well, linebacker D.K. Bonham and defensive lineman C.J. Person. Bonham and Person will transfer in from Indiana, where they played for Wommack in 2019 and 2020. The Jaguars also landed their likely 2022 starting quarterback in Toledo transfer Carter Bradley, the son of longtime NFL coach Gus Bradley. The 6'3", 210-pound Bradley started the first 4 games of last season for the Rockets, with highlights including a 221-yard passing effort in a close loss to Notre Dame. I'm very excited about Carter Bradley and the experience that he brings, Wommack said. I've got a special relationship with his dad, Gus, who's now a defense coordinator for the Las Vegas Raiders. 3 or 4 years ago, Gus came and visited us at Indiana and he and I kind of hit it off and have stayed in touch ever since. I just figured that was a good professional relationship. Little did I know, 4 years later, I was going to get a great quarterback out of it, too. The other junior college signee is cornerback Marquise Robinson from Southwest Mississippi, who should provide immediate help in the secondary. The Jaguars missed out on at least one JUCO target, as Jones wide receiver Bud Tolbert signed with Middle Tennessee. Also officially on board is tight end DeMarcus D.J. Thomas, a former Saraland High School star. Thomas spent the last 2 seasons at Ole Miss, and joins a loaded position group with the Jaguars that returns 4 contributors from last season. We're really excited to bring a young man like D.J. Thomas back into the fold from Ole Miss, by way of Saraland, Wommack said. To come back here and be a part of our already special tight end crew and the things that he does athletically that he's going to bring to the table along with probably the most electric player in the city of Mobile and Braylon McReynolds is going to be big for us. In addition to McReynolds, the Jaguars signed 3 other players straight out of Alabama high schools, linebacker Christial Caldwell and offensive lineman Malachi Carney and Kenton Jurito. From out of state, South Alabama added wide receiver C.J. Davis, linebacker Khalil Jacobs, cornerback Ricky Fletcher and the duo of wide receiver Caleb Schlachter and cornerback Tremel States Jones, both from Clearwater Academy International. Fletcher had been committed to South Alabama since last June, but drew interest from Power 5 programs following his performance in the Alabama-Mississippi game. But in the end, Fletcher stuck with his original commitment. You talk about Power 5 and SEC programs that are coming in and knocking down the door, that's a big deal, Wommack said. Hey, race a guy that's 6'2", 176. He ran a 4.52 at that length and height. He did a tremendous job by all accounts in the All-Star game. Good players get noticed, athletes get noticed, and so to be able to hold on him was a tremendous job by Dwight Wilson. Wommack stressed that South Alabama's 2022 class is not nearly done, with upwards of 15 expected to be added in the late signing period or via the transfer portal. That group is likely to including at least one more quarterback, and a potential plug-and-play starter at left tackle, where the Jaguars must replace the departed J.H.I. Baker. Wommack has promised to sign at least 5 players from coastal Alabama in each class, and only McReynolds and Thomas qualify among Wednesday's signees. That means the Jaguars must add at least 3 between now and the start of fall camp in August. This will be a process, Womack said. And so I want people to be excited about what we're doing and the young men that we've brought into this program, and yet understand that recruiting is an ongoing process. And particularly for this class, there's going to be guys that we sign and add to the pieces of the puzzle in January. There's gonna be a few more that we add to the puzzle in May. So the product will show itself once the season starts, but certainly a great start today. South Alabama football December 2021 signees. DK Bonham, OLB, 6'3", 240, Ottawa, Ontario/Indiana. Carter Bradley, QB, 6'3", 210, Jacksonville, FLA/Toledo. Christy Isle Caldwell, LB, 6'1", 220, Elba, ALA/Elba HF. Malachi Carney, OL, 6'4", 280, Pleasant Grove, ALA/Pleasant Grove HF. CJ Davis, WR, 6'2", 175, Watson, LA/Live Oak HF. Ricky Fletcher, CB, 6'3", 175, Durant, Miss/Holmes County Central HF. Khalil Jacobs, LB, 6'2", 210, Niceville, FLA Iceville HF. Kenton Jurito, OL, 6'3", 305, Tuscaloosa, ALA Orthridge HF. Braylon McReynolds, RB, 5'9", 180, Mobile, ALA/McGill Tulane Catholic School. CJ Person, DL, 6'3", 292, Montgomery, ALA/Indiana. Marquise Robinson, DB, 6'2", 185, Crosby, Miss/Southwest Mississippi Community College. Shileb Schlachter, WR/TE, 6'3", 200, Kelowna, British Columbia/Clearwater Academy International. Tremel States Jones, CB, 6'0", 190, Surrey, British Columbia/Clearwater Academy International. DeMarcus Thomas, TE, 6'4", 242, Saraland, ALA/Ole Miss. Lotamian Webb, RB, 5'8", 210, Opelika, ALA/Jones College.